Hey guys, I've created a guide to help you survive this zombie apocalypse. Today we'll be investigating the Type A zombie. Now there is a Type B and a Type C. We might get to those later, but right now we will tell you about how you can tell the difference between all of them. Ours, Type A, is slow and lethargic, alright? They eat the human whole, so if you see them going to town on everything, you'll know that you have the right zombie. Type B has sharp teeth. They're a little bit faster, but also they can speak, so watch out for that. Type C, they're the fast ones. They have red eyes. So as you can tell, it's pretty easy to tell our zombie apart from the rest. Alright guys, we're going to be getting right into the guide now. Now, our zombie takes 3 days till it's non-contagious, alright? So until then, you really don't want to be messing with it because you don't want the chance of having me to deal with you. Things like temperature, they affect the way that the body decomposes. So like out here, where it's 90 plus degrees Fahrenheit, the body's going to decompose a little bit faster. So some of the stages are going to be a little off. Like bloating, it usually takes about 4 days or so to really get started. But in this really hot, humid temperature, it's going to be a little bit quicker. So if you see that the body is already starting to bloat, or you can see bubbles starting to form on their stomach and stuff like that, you can really tell that they are not contagious anymore. Also, things like trauma can affect them. You know, if they have a huge amount of flesh torn off by another zombie before they became good, it's going to affect them. They're going to decompose a little bit faster. So just be careful whenever you're finding new zombies and stuff like that. Ah! Hey, don't worry about it. I got that one this morning. Come on, let's go check it out. Alright, see, I told you it's completely fine. Got him right here this morning. He's not going to be biting us or anything too soon. Alright, but we'll get on to the guide. So as you can see, he's a decently sized guy. He's got a little bit of pudge on him, a little bit of muscle. So he's going to decompose a little bit slower than normal. People that are obese or, have a lot of fat on them, stuff like that, they're going to decompose a lot slower than a normal person that's, skinny, thin, and stuff like that. And also if they have diseases, well, they're going to decompose a little bit faster since their body's a little bit weaker. Also, something that's very important that you got to keep in mind whenever you're trying to loot. So let's say this guy's got a pretty good pistol on him, right? And you really want to pick it up and use it for your, your purposes of survival. First, check around for insects, maggots and stuff like that. Because if a maggot, and it's hard to tell unless you really study them, but if a maggot is in its 3rd instar, that means it's been over 80 hours since the person has died, most likely. So you can tell that he'd be over 3 days old, not contagious. So you can grab that pistol right up if you need it. Now, this one, I already knew that he's been gone for 3 days. I killed him this morning, but he's no longer contagious. He's about 5 days old by now. So yeah, it's just continuing on with the guide. We're going to tell you how you can stay safe. Alright guys, so we've taught you how to identify a zombie, how old it is, and if it's not contagious anymore. So now we'll get on to how you basically stay safe during this apocalypse. Alright, so for our zombie, Type A, that we're doing today, they're very slow, like we were stated earlier. So the best way to basically stay safe against them is to either run away if you see one, or if it's 1 or maybe 2, take it out. But for the most part, you don't want to get too close because they seem to get together in a horde, like a huge pack, and that's whenever they truly become dangerous. But for the most part, just stay in these outdoor rural areas where there's little to no people except for that one that we had to put down. Alright guys, that was our first legit zombie review. Come back again in a few weeks and we'll have Type B and maybe Type C if we're all not dead yet. See you guys later.